Hello all. As promised, I had said that I would send you all a short video where I would review the syllabus. So I want to do that today and just give a few more tips about navigation in the Google Classroom. So as I had said before, remember that if we want to more easily navigate the classroom, usually when we open up the classroom, it looks like this. So there's a stream of new items that get posted as I add on every week. You'll see that the stream gets longer and more difficult to navigate. So if we go here to the left, you'll see that you can find the assignments for the week and for each week of the course, and the syllabus and the course overview is also on here as well. So if we click into the syllabus, I wanted to just review with you the assignments, the major assignments of the course, so that you could know what to expect. Here you also find the course objectives and the course overview, which you can read at your own discretion, as well as the 2 textbooks that are required. All of the other readings will be shared with you via live links that will take you straight to the PDF files or other journal articles. So the first thing that is due is a self-reflection literacy paper. And here I just ask you to be autobiographical about your experiences in reading and writing as an adolescent. I ask whether you were ever a reluctant reader or writer, and I ask you to just consider the kinds of things that you were actually reading as an adolescent, academically and for pleasure. How did you become interested in those things? And very importantly, when you think about your adolescent experience, do you remember thinking that you saw yourself in the literature or that you saw yourself in the curriculum? Because if we're thinking about history or social studies, even math, did you see yourself represented? And so often when we think about students that are culturally and linguistically diverse, they rarely see themselves in the curriculum. So I want to know whether that was the case for you. Did you feel that you had a real seat at the table in terms of how the power dynamics were being played out in your classrooms? Because as we all know, as teachers, we are in charge of that power. And the curriculum that we choose and the text that we choose to read and that we choose to engage our students in reading will be representative of the power that's in that classroom. And if we want to make sure that we have a democratic classroom and that we create safe spaces, I think the reading material that we have them read and the choices that we allow them to make will contribute to those democratic spaces. So this is a 2-page assignment, and you will find the place to upload the assignment if we go back into Google Classroom. And again, we look at the topics. On the left-hand side, you'll find that there is a self-reflection literacy tab. And once you click into there, it'll allow you to upload your paper. And I ask that you try to upload papers in a Google document form, because it allows me to make comments to you within the document. And once you share it with me, we'll both have access to that document. And I'll go over that a little bit more in a few seconds. I just want to go back to the classroom so that, to the syllabus, so that we can look at the major assignments. Then there's one of the other major assignments of the course is a video of collaborative strategic reading, reciprocal teaching, or close reading. So for the first few weeks of the course, by week 3, we would have covered these research-based reading strategies: collaborative strategic reading, reciprocal teaching, or close reading. And then I ask you to create a 5 or 7 minute video where you will discuss how you would teach the steps, how you would group the students in your classroom, how these particular strategies, or actually the particular strategy that you choose, how it fits in with your content area. And I also ask that you consider including possible adaptations or accommodations that you would make. And then you'd upload the video into the Padlet. Most of you by now are familiar with the Padlet because I asked you to make one. for the introduction. So you would upload the video into this Padlet. And to upload videos, I recommend, here's the Padlet. So I'm going to go back to the syllabus. To upload videos, I recommend that you just share the link of a YouTube video in the Padlet. So I would recommend that you create the video. And by creating the video, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be you in front of your computer creating a video, or you in front of your phone, and just record the video and then share it. And I'll also send a video tutorial of how best to do that and how to share it as a YouTube video. You're also responsible for creating a reading lesson that I've included a sample template here, and then an adolescent case study, which also has a link to the actual case study sample and the rubric that I want you to use. And last but not least, I'm also expecting for you to be fully engaged in our online work, since all of it is online, and to be very participatory and thoughtful when posting and responding to your classmates, because that is 50% of the grade for the class. Now I want to go into Google Classroom and just share with you one or two other tips, because I have received some emails asking about how to share an exit ticket. So I just wanted to share that with you today as well. If you see here, week 1 has the task list. So in week 1 and in week 2 and so on and so forth, each time you click on that task list, it'll take you to something like this. And that will be the same for every week. So every week you will have 2 sessions that you're responsible for. And if you click into the task list for that session, it's always going to give you an agenda, and then it'll give you the different expectations or assignments and links within that session. But what I wanted to show you today is that when you see an exit ticket link, you click on that link and it'll take you to an exit ticket. And I just wanted to share with you how you can share and configure the settings in your Google document. So if you go here into share settings, you'll see that I have shared this with you in an anyone with the link can view mode. Because if I had shared it with you in a way that you could edit, then it would be very messy, because there would be just one document for all of you. So what I want you to do is, as soon as you open the exit tickets, or when I ask for something to be turned in through Google Docs, is what I'm expecting you to do is go here to File, and you're just going to make a copy of the document, and you're going to decide where you want that copy to be. Right now, because it's in my folder, I have it in session 1, but you could create a folder. I suggest that you create a folder and entitle it Summer Sped 771, so that you have all of your documents there. And then once you've created that copy of the exit ticket, you can go ahead and work on it, and this will be your copy. And I would suggest that you put your name on it in both places so that it's saved under your name, the way I'm doing mine now. And then once you're done filling, working through the exit ticket, that you go into the share settings. I'm sorry, my computer's a little slow today. So you go into the share settings, and in order to share the document with me, what I would urge you to do is, and I'll do that a bit more slowly, but you can go in here and it'll give you different options. Like anyone in Hunter College can view it or edit it, but I go in here into more, because it gives me a little bit more choices, gives you a few more choices. So I would say that anyone with a link can view. You save it that way, and then it asks you, who do you want to share it with? And then in order to share it with me, you would have to share it with X Perez at Hunter SOE. So it has to be the SOE email. If it's any other email, it won't accept it. So you can share it with me and your classmates, but usually when it's an exit ticket, I'm only asking that you share it with me. And then you just hit send, and it'll notify me that someone has shared a document with me. So I just wanted to go over those details with you, let you know that there are links in the syllabus that take you directly to the major assignments, but that those assignments will also be released on a weekly basis, just the way that in week 1, you'll find the assignment, the reflection paper assignment. And I think that's it for today's video. Please send me any questions via email that you might have whatsoever. And if there are any problems at all logging into Google Classroom, which I suspect that there shouldn't be at this point, do send me an email. Have a wonderful evening.